NERDSoul.
Yeah, lay ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go. It's anime. It's time, y'all. That's right. We talk about that anime. You out there, you're drawing people. You putting them to frames, making them do cool stuff, deal with serious situations, even adding in a little bit of comedy. But before we get started, we have esteemed guests. All right, I'm going to start with the awesome, the incredibly powered, the kunoichi of the year, the cover of Times Magazine Ninja issue. I present to you Ninja Sama Cosplay. What's up? Welcome. Glad to have you back. You know what I'm saying? Got to give it up.
Before the crowd goes wild, good morning, good evening, good night. It's Ninja Summer Cosplay coming to you live from the dormitory of the Juneteenth Plaza Holiday Edition. What's up?
Yeah, Juneteenth in the house represent. You know what I'm saying? Happy Freedom Day to all y'all. Y'all out here living it up, doing your thing. Next up, we have one half of the dynamic duo of the South. We have W. Mark Dub, what's up?
What is going on, y'all? It's Mark Dub, part man, half amazing, spicy like that Creole, not the Cajun. Yours truly, but again, never truly yours. How y'all doing? Happy Juneteenth.
We chilling, man. Kicking it.
Happy Freedom Day, y'all.
Freedom Day, y'all. Happy Freedom Day. I hope y'all chilling. I hope y'all doing y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, free-ish.
Yeah.
You know, free-ish.
Blurred-ish, anime-ish, free-ish.
Yeah, free-ish. But then the other half of the dynamic duo of the South is also here. I'd like to present to you, all right, the main attraction at your nearest Comic-Con or anime convention. This man is tabling from East Coast.
Man, look. All right. Stop it.
Koopa.
That's
Stop
right.
with the no tabling. You can call me Koopa, but I draw the line at tabling.
The greatest tabler in the history of blurtish.
That don't even sound right.
Oh man. I present to you the only the one and only. All right. Kid Capri. Shout out. What's up? How you doing, my young brother?
First of all, I will take vendor. I've been a con runner. I might be one again. Shout out to any future people who work with me or I work with for the microcon. Not gonna happen this year. Sad about it, but it's not dead. As we know, hopefully not. But I am a podcaster. I am an anime fan. I am a gamer. Tabler is not what you would call me. I don't understand. I don't know what tabling is.
Guys, tabling doesn't even make tabling is not a thing.
Right.
It's not. It doesn't make any sense. What are you doing? Are you making tables? Are you a carpenter? Like, what do you like? Man, just get out of here with that mess.
You sit at a table. You're not making a table, but when you vend, you are selling a product that you may have sold yourself. You might be selling something else. You might be a third party vendor. You might be a first party vendor.
At a table.
It just sounds sexier. I mean, I don't know. I'm a tabler. I'm sorry. Look, artists, y'all, don't kill me. If y'all listening, it ain't to knock y'all, but please, we say this.
Artists, you're not tabling. All right, you're selling things. All right, you're a vendor.
Your emotion. You are vending is the act of something that is a product. Whether if it is your art is a product. I know it sounds dirty, filthy, nasty, but you do want to exchange.
Is it dirty, filthy, and nasty when you get that money?
Yep, but it feels good. Don't get me started. But anyway, y'all, what's up, y'all?
It feels good.
Hey.
Yeah.
But
Feels good.
this will be, of course, always on the blurtish format. That format has been in flux. I don't know when I'm getting my URL back.
It's all good.
Black IT,
it's gonna be back.
Black IT's working on it. But my the link tree. I think I gave Mike the link tree, but you can find it out there. I've always put it on Spotify. I'm gonna change that, but you can find me. Our sale is going on right now. We almost close to our 300 episode. Yes, Animation is a big chunk of that. but we're like 3 episodes away from that. Actually, about to be two because I'm delayed in one I got to put up. That we talked about this great stuff, and when we get started, I want to give an ode to something whenever we get kicked off from one of the shows this season that ended.
All right, cool. Well, I'll throw. You know what? I'll throw it to you first since you want to give an ode to a show. What show we talking about right now?
Hey man, Dungeon Meshi, better known in English as Delicious in the Dungeon, it has ended. The season finale just happened last week from the time of this recording, last Thursday, I believe.
Mhm.
Um, and I just want to give it some quick love. I'm not gonna go deep in it. Y'all listen to my previous reviews. I love when I'm able to pick something. Now, shout out to Rachel. She's Gamma, you know, my anime sister, if you will. She picked it as well, and that's one. Like I think she reads it. I didn't know what it was, or Dungeon Meshi as they call it. I like both the names. I have weird quirks. If you got a show that's good and it has two cool names in English and Japan or Japanese, you got me. I'm at least gonna peek my head in, and kick the tires, and look under the hood. I don't know. It just works that way. But I've thoroughly enjoyed that show. I've been saying all year this gave me my Vox Machina vibes that I missed. And shout out to Vox. That's actually coming back in October at a more appropriate time. It used to be a January thing, but I guess Amazon like, hey, you know what? People like Vox, so they pushing it right where it belongs to be a probably even a bigger hit during Halloween and that time. So Vox actually will finally get, I think, a proper release this year. So this held me down for what I was missing, and it has become its own thing. Like it's a Dungeons and Dragon s thing, dungeon crawler. So yes, folks, I know it ain't nothing like Vox in a way other than the massive blood and death that happens randomly.
Wow.
Like, oh yeah, like it's none of the sexual craziness or just flying out foulness, but people get murdered in that dungeon. Even if they get brought back to life, you get murdered. And it's not like a video game thing or whatever. That's the world. Like, you die out the dungeon, you die. Like, it's just weird magical laws on there, stuff going on. But man, I have grown to like these characters. Like, and this is one that I've been able to enjoy in English because it's simulcast. So I haven't even listened to it in Japanese. For one, I'm also, when I can get something in English that's supposed to be kind of a English Western setting, I prefer it that way. Yes, I know I'm not full 100,000% weeb. I get it. But, you know, I did, Netflix, I think, did a good job with promoting it. I think it was on their showcase. I think they knew they had something, or it was a big get. And Netflix have been doing it right lately. They have been not tying stuff up in Netflix jail, and they've been playing nice with the actual seasonal releases. Thank you, Netflix. Keep doing that. As you know, somebody as we have all gotten more into seasonal releases for our review pattern, it's just cool to see that they like, hey, we know we got a hit. You got money, you can get another adaptation and then slide it into that. So, man, I love what they did with that show. They did all 24 episodes. They could have broken it up. They went ahead, saw it was a hit, and they went ahead and released both of the cores to make the full first season. And it's out. You can binge it all if you haven't checked it out. It's been strong for my spring. It went from end of winter to spring. Did not disappoint. So I just want to give a shout out to the people who made it. Shout out to Netflix for figuring out the anime thing more and more to be more concurrent, because they really are trying to compete. They try to tell Sony what's up. Like, we all on your corner, we dancing, and you got to come see us, Crunchyroll. Like, you know, Sony, it's hard to get past Crunchyroll, but Netflix they doing good, man. They get more and more exclusive each year. The anime world is just, I say it's getting more fragmented, but I do kind of seem like Netflix.
It's quite simple, really. Hulu and Disney, when they did the thing on the umbrella, shouldn't have been a thing, because I already didn't need to combine that platform. Like, it's already a bundle, right?
Yep.
So
it does look weird.
Right now, this season, it's either Crunchyroll or Hulu. Like, really, there's no like differential. Like, you pay for Hulu, you get Disney Plus, right? Pay for Disney Plus, you get Hulu. Like, that's kind of where we're at. So you get one or the other. So it's either Crunchyroll or the Hulu slash Disney situation, right? So
Like Crunchyroll is a part of a bundle with Hulu.
no, no,
No,
no,
she
no,
said
no,
Oh,
no,
you say like, or you
no, no,
know,
no. The
yeah,
anime that's folded
oh
into.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like you log in. Yeah. Do I agree with it? Not necessarily, but it's more so the bundle issue, more so than putting it on the platform. And with Funimation folding into Crunchyroll, you're gonna have a situation where you have to wait and see. Like as far as like simulcast, for instance, like My Hero is a good example. Also, Demon Slayer, where previously it would be like one or two episodes behind the English dub versus the sub, right?
Yeah.
Now, like you have a smooth 6 episodes out
bruh.
and
I'm
like
like,
no
where's
dub.
the English? Where's the
You know
English
what I'm
for Demon
saying?
Slayer?
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
It
I'm
did
like,
not.
so obviously something has hit the pipeline, is what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right?
It's not. Yeah. Some things are smooth. Some things are blocked.
yeah, because
Something had happened. That's all I'm saying.
because I
Them
Something
want
had
licenses,
mine.
happened.
I'm
man.
gonna be honest. I want mine in English. I'm gonna keep it real. I speak English. It's easier for me to understand. Then I ain't gotta read all day and try to watch the action. It's easier for me to enjoy
I'm
it that
not
way.
even trying to
I,
argue sub versus dub. I'm just
no, I'm
saying
just saying. I'm just saying.
previously.
I prefer the English dub, and I used to get it at a certain speed, and now I ain't
Yeah,
get
that's
it.
what I'm saying. Like previously, you'd be like maybe what max 2 episodes behind. I'm like
Yeah.
literally
It used to
like
be like
one great
1 week.
example. One great example is that like I know this dude. He has a baby girl. He has like a daughter. She's like 12, 13 years old. She's just, like super in anime, like as a young girl. So she's like has more exposure, whatnot. And it's literally like, guess I can't watch My Hero because it still hasn't been translated. Which normally back in the day it wasn't a problem. But since we over the past like 5 to 7 years got used to 1, 2 episodes behind, it'd be translated to dub. Now it's like been more of a delay. You see what I mean? Like so, like we're kind of going back to some trajectory that we had moved apart away from. You know, like the simulcast. They literally call it simulcast, right? Where it'd be like a episode or two behind. But now we're talking to smooth like 6 episodes behind, and there's still no dub.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they even said
Yeah.
Kaiju was gonna be late, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Look, what y'all doing? Kaiju
And
number 8 supposed
I
to be
thought
coming out
maybe
at
it
the
was
same
strike
time.
related. I think maybe it could be the trickle down effects of the strike, right? But unless they
Maybe.
say it's a strike, I can't assume.
I
True
think
that.
it's
You know what I mean?
also something more nefarious, or I ain't gonna say nefarious. I think it's just work relationship problems where there's probably not enough work, not enough workers, or they don't want to hire, or they looking at AI trying to fill spots. It's probably like multiple things in play that corporations are greedy and they want
Sure,
to get less,
sure.
Man,
pay less people.
But
they gonna
six
try to get
weeks
that AI reader to
Man,
do the
look,
dub,
for six
bruh.
weeks
6 weeks is it's
is
nothing for
nuts.
greedy people. They be like, look, we'll just forget that feature, and then like, what y'all gonna do? Where y'all gonna go? I mean, of course, they know people gonna bootleg, but they know that people gonna still come there, so they know they ain't gonna
But
lose.
here's the thing.
They trying to
You
win.
you're I'm looking at conversations online. You're making people that don't like bootlegging and aren't interested in bootlegging
All up in
start bootlegging.
it. All up in it.
Yo,
Like,
man, look, y'all better stop this mess. Y'all better get look,
like,
you
Y'all
better
can
give the
bootleg
customer what
all
they
you
need.
want, but if you're not translating, what's the point?
well, I mean, excuse me, pirating. As far as like, just people like, look, if I
But
ain't gonna get this,
pirating, to me, pirating is not the same thing as translating. You
well, yeah, you're
know,
right.
what people
I meant,
are wanting or the English translation, dub, all that stuff. So I'm
Yo, you
like, we
know
can
what?
pirate all day. Back in the day, we pirate all day. It was still
You know
subtitle
what?
or raw.
We need some random like millionaire to get a team together and just start dubbing them stuff on their own
I mean, they used to,
and
like you
putting it out.
said.
That'd be
I
hilarious.
will do
'Cause,
all the voices
technically, you got the
myself.
dudes doing
I
comedy
will do
stuff
all
on
the voices
YouTube.
myself. Pay me.
Because I mean,
I'll be all the voices.
you got dudes doing comedy on YouTube and like Instagram. Like you could just really dub it instead of doing comedy stuff. You could
And
just
to be honest,
really dub it.
for some shows, it could actually work better. Like again, like maybe not for like say My Hero, where it's like a bunch of things going on, but for like Viral Hit, where you can
Yeah,
like
where it's
take
kind
your
of like just
time
three characters.
and you can like smooth that up, like how the webtoon does from Korean to English. It's very smooth. If you can, like, they still ain't there, on the Japanese level, but yeah, I would watch it. I mean, that's why I watched the
Yeah,
webtoon
because
with
if
Master
if
Dande.
the voices is dope, they dope.
But that's why I
So
watch Black Master Dande. He smooths it up, and I mean, he's black, and he's not like stereotypical black. It works. And he
yo,
does,
hey
you know.
look, hey yo, there's gotta be somebody under the sound of my voice. Y'all already do some comedy stuff. If y'all got some folks that's willing to do some real stuff, like yo, look, go in and put that Patreon together. We'll pay.
Look,
We'll pay.
if
You know
I
what I'm saying? Look, I mean, it'll be cheaper than Crunchyroll anyway.
like,
So
I
it's
don't
like, shoot.
have to have it in dub at this moment for something that I love. That's just me. But if you can give me like 80% correct and I get the gist of the story, I would probably, you can put it out like the same time. I'll probably at least give it a shot.
Because I mean,
I would,
I'm like this. Like I mean, of course, we ain't got no choice. We gotta watch it
yeah.
in sub, but I prefer it in my own language with my own slang, with my own, all that stuff. I would prefer it that way. Also, so I don't have to read and follow action at the same time. It's just easier.
I
feel
think it
you.
depends for me what's going on, how I start watching the show. So like, and also the vernacular, the dialogue, whatever. So like, I will down this hill. Haiku, 10 out of 10, watch the dub. Like, not like the humor, the fact that it's dude bro, it's sports anime, watch the dub, right?
And for the classics, for me, Cowboy Bebop and Yu Yu Hakusho.
Sure. But also to be fair with the classics, that's what we grew up with. That's what we experienced, and they're great. So I cannot knock the sub. I can't say like don't watch the sub of like Cowboy Bebop, but I didn't experience it, right?
Yeah.
But I would say like that's why over the past couple of years, 2-3 years, maybe a little bit longer, but it's just an episode or two behind, you can have either way. You can do the sub, you can do the dub, choose your own adventure. But this season, it being so delayed, you have no choice but to watch the sub unless you are left behind.
Yeah.
And furthermore,
Because then people on Twitter, they spoiling everything. You got pictures,
that's
you got
what I'm saying.
pictures all
Spoiler
over
culture.
Instagram.
Six
Spoiler
weeks of
culture is so wild. I'm getting Chainsaw Man. I messaged this y'all with not spoiling the audience. But I'm getting this Chainsaw Man manga spoilers and all this, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, I cannot. And even My Hero, I'm like, okay, but it's your climax, you're at the end, whatever. Like, I'm like, but I'm not there yet. Like, chill, dog, right?
I'm not
So
even
if
gonna
you have
lie.
to wait even longer for the English version, you're like really batting against the fold, right?
Even
you're like
the great spoiler, as y'all always like to mess with
spoiler
me.
sign.
And you
Straight
like
up.
Royal
to
King.
too.
Spoiler sign.
Straight up, I will say this. I'll
You
give you
spoiled
credit.
something today.
I know I did by
Cut it out.
accident.
Don't do
But
that.
anyway,
Spoiler
I'm just
sign.
saying, it's always the shorts on YouTube where it's like Vocal Pineapple. Shout out to him. He has this, like, he does the manga. I'm like, damn it, I don't want, like, I'd hurry up and turn it off to My Hero shorts.
Chill,
I'm like,
man.
cause he at the end. He somewhere. He way in the future. You talk about me.
As a practitioner of social media, you really have to watch your algorithm. So it's
Yeah.
like, dog.
Because there's some stuff that like I don't care about. Like I got into it, but of course I got into it late. I know it's like a billion volumes out, but I saw Berserk I think for like the first time like last year, and I was like, oh snap, this is crazy. Yo, this is awesome. But I already know it's like a billion chapters or whatever already. So I kind of expect to get spoiled, you know what I'm saying? Or at least something here or there. But something that I'm currently watching is kind of like, yo, man, like I'm trying to watch it. I'm trying to watch it. I'm watching it now. Like you
Well, I'll just say
don't tell me whose daddy is or who they real mama
shout
is or
out
who
to
the
Vocal
true bad guy
Pineapple,
is.
but you may want to avoid his channel because it's in the it's like it be in the title.
You know what?
Yeah,
Spoiler
people be
sign.
spoiling stuff in the
I
titles,
never
whether it's
see him
comics or
because
whatever.
I've never searched for it, so it don't come
Here's
up.
here's the
So don't
thing.
worry.
Well, he's dope on other
Sometimes
reviews, but
it's
he
not
does
intentional.
other stuff. Yeah, it's not.
Sometimes it is not intentional, right?
And let's face it,
Because the way the algorithm works, you might say, let's say, a new chapter of Chainsaw Man, Boruto, My Hero, whatever, drops, right? And you're just covering the fact that that happened. In my feed, whether I follow you or not, if it goes viral enough because of the things I like,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
they
it's
know
gonna
I watch
happen.
Chainsaw Man, My Hero, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? It's still going to be in my feed, right? So some of that stuff is inevitable.
and
Yeah, because
also
I'm getting tons of spoilers in my feed for the current Ultimate Universe and Marvel. Even though I'm not super following it, there's a couple things but I mean, I got a huge spoiler today in the title
Hey.
and the thumbnail. I was like,
Y'all
well,
get this.
I was like, well,
Part of the reason
I guess this is
part of the
happening.
reason I'm so behind on animated features, mainly like anime, any animated features or whatever, because of live action stuff, it happens so quick, right? You can't watch. I haven't gone like, for example, I've gone to the theaters to watch Deadpool Wolverine, right? Already spoilers. Like you can't like the boys. The moment it drops at midnight,
Oh yeah,
spoilers,
spoilers.
right?
Yeah, they
Like
be
immediately,
people be having reviews up
immediately.
quick, and I mean, I guess I know
They
it's
have
the
the
speed
reviews the day
game.
before because they have
Well, yeah, because they get the
special
screeners,
copies. You know, so
so it's like they get
So
the
it's like it
screeners.
becomes a habit. It becomes a habit. Like, whoa, damn! Like, do I just not log in for the day, the next day? But
uh,
also the algorithm, you can be
Yeah,
in
because
week.
the mute keywords does not work. Trust me.
and,
No, no,
and
no, no,
you
no. I literally work this. I literally work social media. Like, I literally work the job. I get paid to do it, and literally, I have to tell clients like, if you want this to go out today, keep in mind, 2 weeks later, people will still see this and think this happened today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just backwards. It's backwards. So
and also, I mean, on the real, I'm gonna keep it real. Y'all can get mad at me if y'all want. I don't care. I ain't mad
Don't
at nobody.
spoil nothing.
I don't. Shut up, Mark. Yell at me
Hey,
later.
you shut up.
You
That's the
shut up.
problem.
No, you
Spoiler
shut up.
spoiler sign.
Anyway,
Spoiler
I ain't
time.
mad at people who got spoils enough because at this day, ain't
Of
nobody
course you're not.
nobody don't care about nobody, and that's their job. That's how they gonna get paid. So yeah, we kind of do gotta log out. That stuff just ain't going. It just the toothpaste ain't going back in the tube.
Well, no.
Like,
What
that's just
what I
what it
mean is
is.
like I don't care about being
That
like,
ain't no
hey,
justification for
you
you to
know,
spoil it for me. Spoiler
like,
sign.
okay, check this.
It
All
ain't me,
right, so
partner.
check this as a title. I
It
don't mind the
is.
title being
The day.
Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 3, but the title is like
I know,
Green
I know.
Goblin and Spider-Man get wrecked by Ultimate
That
Kingpin.
one,
It's
I
like,
agree with
yo,
you. I agree with you.
it's
like-
like, yo.
Now
come-
there's tact, and then like if you got to talk about it, because like again, Vocal Pineapple. I look at it. He's talking to the manga readers. He's also talking to people who are adamantly watching this week by week. So it's not necessarily us as anime only viewing people. I get that, but yeah, I agree with you totally about like write the title better.
But here's the thing, though. It could be anybody. The way the algorithm works,
yeah,
whether you follow these people or not,
it'll just come
it's
up.
gonna come to you because it's an interest, right?
This is
Hasn't yet. 2 thumbs up.
Now, I got
Carry
spoiled.
on.
Well, I mean, I didn't get super spoiled because I'm not following the Ultimate Universe, but it auto played, and I was
Yo,
like,
You know, it's
Now,
crazy.
I get Ultimate Universe stuff too. I have no clue why because I've never looked it up.
Really?
I have no interest
Well,
in
see,
it, but I
see,
get
that's
tons
what
of
it
it.
I find it
You get it.
because I do follow up on Star Wars comic books. I have been following the Krakoa era of X-Men, so the algorithm is probably like, oh, Marvel makes Star Wars comics, Marvel makes X-Men comics, so apparently you
Yeah.
want to see Marvel's Ultimate comics. So
Exactly.
You know,
So
I know why I
so
get
here's
it.
the thing. Here's the thing. if I can come to the congregation and or priest, whoever that might be, I committed a cardinal sin.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I committed a cardinal sin. Y'all know I'm a bit of a purist, and I
Uh-oh.
try so hard
Uh-oh.
to be that purist.
Oh, Lord.
But because of how X life and then Y being how the trajectory of the algorithm works, and then therefore Z trying to be the best that I could be as a consumer of animated media, right? I committed a sin.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Has
Lord.
her commandments. She has commandments, as y'all know, and there are a few. One of which is old school, which is thou shalt not jump in to an arc in the middle of the arc. Guess what your girl did? She jumped into the middle of the arc.
Wow.
On 2 anime.
Uh-oh.
Being My Hero Academia, the current season is animated, and the other one being Demon Slayer. For the reasons aforementioned. So I come to you with humble minds and open hearts as to my cardinal sins, and it hurts that I had to do it. But
can I say this though?
What was the point? What was the point?
For My Hero, you ain't. You okay?
You fine.
Demon Slayer is kind of odd, I guess.
Once upon a time, when you got behind, it's like, fine, watch it. Now you get behind, you know what happens. So it's like, I might as well watch it. You know what I mean?
I say this, My Hero, you didn't commit a sin because you can. If you jumped in at, like, if you watched last week's current one, you had a perfect time.
I literally watched this season. I'm sure you might get into it. I watched this episode of My Hero this past week. I was like, cool. I figured out what happened. We got together, we did the thing, blah blah blah. And then with Demon Slayer, since it's a training arc, I was like, okay, all right, we're doing the thing. It's fine. You know, like, will I go back and like check out the details? Sure, why not? Yeah. But as far as the storytelling goes, you're gonna get spoiled anyway, because that's just the life we live in social media and or algorithm. And then also B, by just jumping ahead, if you have missed a few episodes, you run the benefit of being like, I'm caught up versus like I'm catching up. You know?
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's easy to go back.
And it's very Toonami. It reminds me of like Toonami, right? Like, imagine it, picture it back in the day, 20 years ago. And like, let's say you had band camp, whatever. Whatever. Like, you gone for a couple of weeks. You play football, or you did band, or you did whatever you did.
I was working a job 20 years ago.
Now, you were gone. Like, immerse yourself, right? You were gone like 3 weeks or so, whatever. And then you get home after summer, and then you turn on Toonami, right? Yeah. And it's in the middle of a season of Yu Yu Hakusho or Cowboy Bebop. Or
don't remind me of the pain.
You know what I mean? And you're just like, what is happening? And then you like fill in the blanks. That's what I did. You're just like, okay.
Shouts out to Toonami.
But they had reruns immediately to kind of
you know what I'm talking about?
They show you like random clips that was kind of hype clips. But I remember the first episode of Cowboy Bebop that I've seen was episode 18. The Mad Pierrot, where he fights that like floating Frenchy kind of dude. Yeah. Yo, I had no idea what I was looking at, but I was like, yo, it's a sweet fight scene. They shooting in the alley, whatever this is, I'll watch.
Of Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, here's another example. You sleep, right? Yep. You know, back in the day, Toonami used to replay, or Adult Swim used to replay. So you waking up, and it's not before like whatever kids show come on, Muppet Babies or whatever. So it's like smooth, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You're like sleeping. You hear,
oh my god! First of all, I know that
you wake up. You're like, what's happening?
That is one of the best memes ever because it's true. First of all, it don't matter what level. If your TV, if you have it on volume 10 and up, it sounds like 20. Yo, it don't matter.
It's like tell you the you watch the endings. You watch the endings will wake you up out your sleep.
It's 6 in the morning. You up on Sunday because Inuyasha's ending.
Bruh.
At
I
least
could not stand Inuyasha anyway, but yeah, that joint you could be on -1. That joint come on
Dun,
mad
dun,
loud.
the,
dun, 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 dun,
But yeah,
I
shouts
don't.
to
dun, dun,
Toonami.
dun.
Shouts
You're
to
like,
Toonami for introducing me to stuff, even randomly in the middle, because even like on other stuff, the way TV was back then, like Star Trek Deep Space Nine. When it was out, I watched it and I was like, oh, this is a cool show. When they actually put the whole show on Netflix, I realized I've only seen like 5 episodes, just rerun over and over again. I was
yeah.
like, I was like, wow, I've never really watched a lot of this show. Like I watched a lot of this show, but I haven't watched a lot of this show
They're
because
like,
it was
got him.
just
Right.
sci-fi channel reruns. So I've really only seen like 5 to 10 episodes out of like what, five or
That
six
good
seasons.
old syndication
Yep.
trick trap, so they can make sure they get their money's worth. They be like, all right, we got them. Now we're gonna have a
But
So
better
here's the
yeah,
thing:
time.
when you
Toonami would
so
do that to you
young, when you
too.
so young, it's just whatever's playing, dog.
Yep.
Yep.
Whatever's on there.
Hey, look,
But it's
man.
certain. It's like almost like the certain tune will bring you out your sleep.
Man, even I should like. I don't even remember its opening. I remember the ending.
So
I
here's the
don't
thing with
remember the
Toonami:
opening.
they did not play the opening for the most part
Oh yeah, they
unless
never
they could
did.
help it. And then it was
Inuyasha was one they didn't play the opening for some reason.
yeah,
Shouts
they
out to
played the
them for skipping
endings.
them joints. Shouts out to them.
Nah. All
Yeah.
the joints, but for some reason, just Inuyasha. But I
Oh
think it was
word.
trash. I think it was trash though.
Oh
Like,
man.
I
It was not great. You know,
yeah.
if you hear it, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that
I
song
They're like,
cannot
yeah, skip
remember
rarely
that.
the
played."
I cannot remember the opening to Inuyasha, but the ending, I liked it, but it is hypnotic and it's loud.
Mm,
There were multiple Inuyasha endings. They were all bangers.
It was
wow.
I
beautifully
can literally
animated.
name all to you. I can name them all.
I was like, I don't know what she's saying, but she mean it though. But good
She mean it.
lord, it just and I'm pretty sure that well, I'm gonna say that, but it probably made a lot of people Lower Susumaru fans with that ending. That you know, y'all know
Oh, you're talking about the yeah.
Susumaru fans. uh,
Okay,
All
yes,
right. So
that's right. Okay, so the main Inuyasha opening, which they rarely played, was sort of like, "I want to change the world."
mm, this
yeah,
don't nobody care
nah.
about you changing the world.
The way
Yeah,
you said it just torch. I think it unlocked the core memory of like, yeah, this is trash.
but
Just
they
play
didn't
the
play it
ending.
that often.
I'm
But
good, glad.
the endings were top notch.
Yes, endings were great. Openings, and they
Nah,
that's
not
what
so much.
Toonami was great at. Make a little nice bump, show the comedy, show a little action scene. All right, we in it. We in there. But that was a wonderful rabbit hole, y'all. I look, we went down the dungeon. Shout out to Dungeon Meshi. Shout out to the people who just trying to earn the money and Mark want to shoot them into space because they're spoilers like myself.
I
I
mean,
did
we can
one
hold up
today.
to the vote. We can
Well,
hold up
Goddamn
to the
right.
vote.
Shoot 'em
I'm
to
gonna
Best
throw it.
space.
Inuyasha ending. Best
Shoot 'em to
Inuyasha ending. Hold
space.
up to a vote.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Shoot
throw
'em
it.
to space.
All right, check it, Ninja. This is on you. What show you want to talk about first? What show you want? It's all on you. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
listen. So I think I want to talk about my hero.
Sure.
Considering that I
Ooh.
committed considering I committed a cardinal sin and just jumped into it, I was like,
Mm,
all right, I jumped into it. I was like, bet, gotcha. See what's going on. We spread across Japan. We get our post. Who's getting rocked? Who's not getting rocked or whatever. So this most recent episode, they mainly focused on Toga and who's the villain and her fight in the water out in the outskirts, Okinawa, whatever, what, with Deku, Ochako, and Frosty, right?
yep.
So, which makes sense. Like that's part of Toga. Like many episodes ago, we talked about like back when we reviewed like the My Villain Academia arc and seeing them train, whatever. It makes sense that we get a good bit deal about Toga, especially since twice has passed. Obviously, you know, or died, not passed, but was killed. So it makes sense that we would see this whole fight. We would see how Toga operates because she's obviously not right in the head, but she also has her reasons. So it was good to see that. But at the same time, We also know how she operates by now. So it wasn't anything she didn't have a thing so enlightening that like, oh, I didn't think about that. We knew how she operated back with, I would say, even way back when she took the visage of like, what is it when they fought like 2A, 2B and all that, and she like infiltrated. So it's like not surprised by her MO, but at the same time we did get to see them struggle with it.
Mm.
But it's a country, not a global scale. We saw the global scale with Stars and Stripes, all right? So it's more so like we saw the country scale of the attack of the heroes, and this is one pivot of that. So it was good. Like it was hand to hand, but it wasn't anything new as far as I'm concerned. I'm like, we know that she wants to kill and harm the people she loves. That's how she operates. That's how her mentality works. And we saw it with Ochako a season or two ago. Like, oh, I thought you would understand. You don't. And it's the same thing with Deku. Like, I want to hurt you because that's how my psyche works. Oh, that's not normal. So therefore, you reject me. So I'm gonna fight you. It's the same stuff we've seen. So, but the setup of the country scale fight and all that. It's cool. Just can't wait to see what else happens in other sectors. But as far as Toga's arc, I'm already there. Like, I don't think they said anything new to me personally.
I feel you. The part where I was like, boy, you know she love you. I was like, don't worry about all that. She love you. You gonna be alright. But
Right.
shouts to Bunny Gal.
Oh, Mirko always gets a shout
since
out.
since since
Most
that's what
definitely.
since that's what since that's what she got called. Like stop charging straight into things, Bunny Gal. So
Here's the thing.
no, she
Mirko,
did
I've
she did
always
charge
wanted
straight
the
into that joint. I
idea.
was like, yo, this dude could hurt you by touching
I've
you, right?
always wanted the idea of Bakugo training under Mirko, and they alluded to that pretty not heavily, but they hinted at it in this episode where they're both hot headed. They're like
Yeah.
cussing each other out. I'm like, yes, like that's it. Like you could be a hot headed hero. Like that's a thing, right? And we know Mirko is like can definitely be a hero. She lost arm and leg. She can do it. And we also have seen Bakugo has the tenacity to do that. And so them going head to head, I'm like, that is sidekick hero stuff. Like that's a mashup I want to happen.
Yeah, I did
So
like
I
seeing
love
them
the fact
argue
that they like
together.
started going at it in the middle of battle. I was like, yes, like that heat, like I thought that was cool.
And okay. I'm gonna throw this to either Mark Dub or Coop. How do you feel about the fight in the water after? And I know this is a show that y'all don't like, but I'm still gonna ask anyway. After the water fight or the I guess the beach fight in Jujutsu Kaisen. All right, how do you feel with this? Because I felt like this water fight we could have got some more. I feel like we didn't get. I feel like we could have got some more.
My brain don't really remember the water fight in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh
I
I'm
don't
damn.
fine.
either.
I'm sorry, bro. Like
I don't. My
I was
bad.
like, I hate to break it to him. I ain't want to do it to him, but we
Well,
did.
I expected it. I know
That would
y'all
be
don't like
like
that shit.
remembering my
Okay,
favorite scene from my homework. I don't have
Wow.
many.
you didn't pose a question towards me,
Oh well,
but
Ninja.
we've had many a water fight in My Hero by now, right?
Yeah,
So we had the fight when they first infiltrated that training session.
yeah,
Back when
true.
Froppy and Deku, right? Way back like season one or
Yeah.
whatever. And then they had like the movie when they're out towards
Mhm.
Okinawa, whatever. They have all that with they have like the Coast Guard heroes or whatever. We know
Yep.
them, like
Yeah,
the seahorse looking girl and all them. So we done water fights a lot by now in
yeah.
the
Yeah.
See, this the
sense
new this
that
the new year.
what's
This is
gonna be
the
new,
new
right? We
millennium.
have Orca, we have all these things. So the newness of it was like, oh, Toga can kind of vanish herself, whatever, which she can do that regardless of if they're in water or not. But which is kind of like how they said they're like, why do we pick the water for this girl when she can just like mask herself? Like I was like, come on,
I'm
heroes.
I'll
Get
be
it
honest.
together.
To me, this episode was like a good transitional episode. I wasn't really
Hmm.
expecting much, but also to answer your question though, Mike, I'm a Froppy fan. Whenever she pop up and get a little speaking time and pop up and
A
do
little
something
speaking
good,
time.
I'm happy. So it's like, shout out to her for being a real one, for saving Uraka's feelings, and just for like also just you kind of need to double team Toga because you kind of got to.
So here's my thing. Is
Oh,
like we've done wide scale fights in My Hero for a while now, and they've all been good. Not knocking them. So it's like the fact that they're trying to separate and do it is kind of new, but at the same time, it's like you should be digging into the pockets of what you already done, right? So I'm like, y'all are
I get
utilizing
you.
the same heroes, like the same water team, the same, sidekicks, whatever. This should be not necessarily a different outcome, but it should be at least operated differently.
Or
So
y'all should be able to handle it easier. Like this should
yeah, I'm
be.
waiting for it to be. I'm like, this shouldn't be different from what y'all done before. So why
if
y'all
it's
struggling?
if
You
it's
know what I mean?
water, you know
True.
who I need to pop up. I don't know if you know who don't get no screen time, like Floppy's mentor. I know he ain't like I know it's kind of like it was a good filler that for the episode, which was one of my favorite episodes. But I would like Captain, what's his name? It's with an S, but the captain, the Warriors dude or the Seal dude to pop up. Like he on the water, you got Orca. Him and Orca always they got a good chemistry, kind of like
I
you
know who
know.
you're talking about. Why wouldn't they have him? I
Yeah,
get what
he's
you're
strong as
saying. That's a
hell.
good
Like
point.
him and
Where is
Orca
he?
are very strong. They like top
I
five,
know who you're
top
talking
10.
about, the seal looking dude.
The dude
Yeah.
who
Yeah, where is
gave
he?
I don't know. Like that
They
dude is a
literally are the Coast
humanoid.
Guard.
He is a humanoid. Like he fast, strong. He is
Yeah.
Aquaman for all intents and purposes, without the craziness. And, I mean, he's
He
a good.
also has the sonar. He has the sonar.
Yeah, him.
So here's the thing. They said they couldn't detect her because she's like
Sonar.
in the
Yep.
wave. Guess what? What detector? Sonar.
And is it and Orca and what's his name? Gang Orca is out there. He got sonar. They both got sonar, and they both super strong and fast swimmers.
This
You
is
should be
the
able to
thing
wipe
with
Toga off the map in a way. In realistic.
here is the thing with wide scale shonen. We've seen it with every wide scale shonen that's ever existed. I will bet my hat on that. At some point, you have to nerf people to make the story continue.
Yep.
And that's in Naruto, that's in Bleach, that's in One Piece, that's
You know
in
what?
all
You're
the
right.
things.
And I've
Dragon
said
Ball,
this.
you know what I mean? At some point, you have to
Yep.
nerf what you have already established to make the story go forward. Otherwise, it would have been easy. They were like, Toga, she in the water, got her. We got
I've
two
said
heroes that can see
what
her.
is it?
Stillman and
I've
Orca
said what is
fought
it?
each
I've
other
said
before.
this word.
Each
Yeah,
other.
I've said this about comics before, where I said when writers conveniently forget powers so that the story can happen. Like, it's like, oh yeah, we forgot that the Flash could do this. It's like you didn't forget, you just needed the story to happen. Like, you know good and well the Flash can do, like, this is a slam dunk for the Flash. But like, why didn't Green Lantern just do this?
A seal or Orca power? The seal or Orca can kind of beat each other because they already done showed that. So, or they can definitely wear each other out because they are like, other than All Might, Miracle, and like a few others, ain't nobody really stronger than them two. Especially like Orca, like he's known to he's top. What was his rank always? He's always in top 5.
I think he's like top 5. He's like number 4 or something like that.
Like,
because I'm gonna keep it real. All the people at the water, I'd have been like, why don't we just transport them over there, drown them real quick, and at least
Orca
they're done. But I mean, of
deep.
course, I know that's not this show.
Yeah.
But still, like,
Realistically, though, if it
realistically,
was
I'd be like, so we
Orca
can
would
just
have killed
drown
all-
them real quick and be done with that segment.
Orca
right?
would have killed all of them. Easily.
Like, I'm like, or at least maybe not drown them, but just like give them, I don't know, water unconsciousness or something. I don't know.
Isn't he like a mafia? Is he like? I know he's a hero, but he's like a mafia boss. He could have just got the job done if this was reality.
No, I don't know if he's the actual mafia boss or maybe he got out. I think
Yeah.
the whole idea is like Yakuza turned hero. Like, I don't necessarily think he's an actual.
Yeah, he probably was a good guy.
You know what I mean?
now.
Yeah,
But-
like I'm like I get that feel. I can
Yeah.
feel like he was like he has the look of Yakuza because the whole like Japanese lore thing. It's like not a Yakuza's bad, which is true. All right, so like I think it's that stigma. Like I look like I'm a thug, the gang orca, but I'm not. I'm actually
I'm a
like chill.
thug.
I'm a good guy. You know
Kind
what
of
I mean?
like Rick
Yeah.
Ross.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
oh boy. Anyway,
She said, oh,
That's
okay.
okay.
oh,
Sure.
shout out to the show because one thing they did. I'll say this before because I know we got to move on because we've been chilling and stuff, but they also gave us the little prelude, like this is the special power. You can only pull this out one time.
It's
Like
not
and
always a special power.
so
I
like
can't.
this is the top power. So you gotta be careful. You only use this when you're really down, the
mean,
chips is down and
Is
everything.
it
So here's the thing. No spoilers. Like literally no spoilers. It was announced that the climax and epilogue has happened in the manga. Like no spoilers. Not saying
Oh, so
what
that the
happened,
manga's
whatever, because
just
I don't
over
know,
now.
right? Yeah, so they've already in the end. We reached the end game now, right? They've reached the end game. So I'm like, meanwhile, anime is like, no matter what y'all say, like if y'all try to hype it up like it's the end game, we know it ain't the end game because the end game just happened in the manga, right? So bump all that hype that they're saying, unless it's going to add on to the story. I'm not terribly interested because as shonen works, you defeat it and you move on, right? So if it's a defeat it and move on, I'm not interested. But if it's a defeat it and move up, then we can talk.
Mm,
I'm gonna leave it
all
at that.
right. Okay.
Hey
All
man, hold
right.
up your ones. Like did
I
what's his
literally
name?
just said this like 2 episodes ago. I said, I'm worried that they still have so many seasons left because this feels
Mark.
like we at the denouement and
Yeah,
got a
it
we're
kind
while,
of
not
bro.
feels
close.
like
We
this
got a
is. I
while,
What's
mean,
bro.
wild to me is that the manga ended. I don't know where they are in the timeline because I dropped the manga. Not that I dropped it, I had an issue. I just haven't read it, right? But it's
Mhm.
like I could only understand it. Clearly, I would imagine Deku's not a grown ass adult at the end of it. Sorry for language. So I'm like, if I can ballpark the timeline, it must be the end of his freshman year UA because we are still in 1A's first year.
bruh,
That's
they
what
say
people tend
it's
to forget. They're like, a lot has happened.
last
So I'm
season.
like, this
I
whole
mean,
this
at the beginning of
whole
this
story is
episode,
his
they
freshman
said
year.
1 year. I'm like, hold up, what?
Hey bro, they've been trying
That's
to
the
Bruh,
thing.
murder.
I
these kids
thought
like
the
Sunset Park.
They've
Like
been
they've
trying
had
to
a remarkable last year.
in
murder
my
them every
mind, the
week.
manga was gonna end when he finished high school, like when he finished at UA.
That's
I'm
what I
like, y'all
thought,
told me
but
the whole manga was his first year,
nope.
dog,
Bruh. 7 seasons is
dog,
still the first year, bruh. Because,
dog.
like, I think a
This
second
dude's still
episode.
like 15 years old, 14 to 15 years old.
Hey man, they try to kill him every week.
Yo, I
Every
was
week
like I
is a
said, I
murder.
was
You
watching
feel me?
last season, which is season 6, and in season 6, one of the characters says, "1 year ago, we came to this school." I was like, "Excuse me, what?" I
Mike,
was
we've
like,
been
"Hold
over
up,
this,
what?
bro. 1
Six,
hour of
six
anime
seasons?"
time equals a whole season.
Which I mean, draw it out. I do remember at some point in the manga like
Because I
anime,
mean,
they're
so
like,
much stuff
Winter
has
was
happened. I'm
great. I'm
like, this
like,
is a
what?
year. I'm like, that's a rough
Oh
year.
Lord.
Quite slow.
Yes, it is
And
a
You
here's
rough
the
know,
year.
thing. Here's the thing. The time skip wasn't like in shonen where it's like a couple of years, whatever. Like their time skip, because we have animated time skip now. Their time skip was moved like what, a month? Like their time skip was
They
not
like
a
you
huge
getting
time
all this.
skip.
You getting
Yeah,
all
their
these
time skip was
pills.
not an actual time skip to me.
It was a break.
man,
Yeah.
they took a quick, a quick sabbatical or something.
Because like in Naruto, the time skip was 3 years.
Yeah,
In Bleach time, it was like there's time has passed. Their time skip was like, it's been a month.
Go back to
I was
work.
like, what? A month?
Oh, also, shouts out.
You just could put that in the panel. A month. That's not a time skip.
I do want to give a shout out before we move on, because I guess we got time for like maybe one more show, but we got my man Shoto, man. Yo, man, my man Shoto. He like, look, my dad ain't coming. It's me you got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. It's me. I'm stepping up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I especially since he's probably my favorite character in the show. I know he don't get a lot of shine.
Who, Shoto?
Yeah.
Shoto?
Like shine. He just don't say much, but he gets shine.
Well, I mean, he don't say much, but he's my favorite character in the show. Like, like dude's just on the low. Someone, I mean, because think about it. If he was in Marvel, he would be a Omega level mutant. Like Iceman is an Omega level mutant. This guy can create matter, ice and fire from nothing. Like this dude's power is actually stupid if you think about it.
I mean, he's
I
been
do-
broken.
I do think beyond power wise, I do think Shoto is rooted in some type of real. I feel like I say this all the time, my hero, but Shoto is kind of rooted in some type of realism where he's like, I'm not gonna forget my abusers, but also I gotta get better and be the best hero I can be. And this is I'm a byproduct of my parents, so I could vibe with him on that level. Because I do think there's a realistic quality where he's like, I'm not just gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm cool, but at the same time, oh dude, Dobby
Yeah.
and this whole thing, like, okay, Endeavor, come on, come out, let's have it, because
Yeah, like,
you need
why he
you need
ain't
to be
show-
slapped anyway, bro. Like, come
Nope.
on out. Like,
Yeah.
I understand that there might be an end game where Shoto hits the final hit against Dobby, which I think makes sense for the story. Endeavor needs to come on out and get this work.
Yeah.
Because he needs
Yes.
to
Because I
get
was
run
surprised
through.
that he wasn't there. I was like, hold up. I was like, the only thing I can
Mhm.
imagine is since this is, the kind of show it is,
Mhm.
he's coming for the grand entrance thing.
But you don't deserve that, dog.
Thank you.
Even Dobby
Nah,
was like, nah,
like-
dog, you need to be here
I-
now. The
Like
cameras
I
are on
feel
you
like
now.
he might be ducking the smoke
The only
because Dobby brought it to him the
I
last time he
can't
said
Ain't
that.
no smoke to
I'm
duck,
about to say
though.
something good for Endeavor. He is what still like the number one, so he probably do need to be on what's his name? One for
Yeah,
all
you
for
right.
one.
Yeah,
He
he.
ain't
You do
got
need-
nothing for all, though. He ain't got nothing for him. He ain't got
But
nothing
he's
for him.
still the strongest.
He's nah,
He's still the
if
strongest.
I'm gonna obliterate that argument right now. Run it back last season. If he had something for that, he wouldn't have sent Deku's young 15, 14 to 14-year-old butt out there by himself, which he was aware of because he was on comms. He had an earpiece
he
and
knew.
let that kid out there running
Oh,
out
you
there
talking
trying to
about
bait him.
After
You
he
know what I
got
mean?
destroyed by the Nomu, I mean, he was. I'll
Yeah,
say
'cause-
this.
But
Yeah,
he
you're
wasn't
right.
out there fighting. He was letting Deku try to bait him.
I will disagree.
That's what
only
I'm
because-
saying.
The only reason why I disagree because I feel like he's such a broken mentally person, man. He finally kind of got some brain matter back to want to go out on the
Brain
field.
matter or nothing, dog. I'm just saying,
was-
like,
yeah,
you let
you're
that
right.
kid
He's
go out by
wrong
himself. I will
last
never
season.
forgive the heroes for letting Deku run that. The Dark Deku arc happened because the adults are like, yeah,
I agree
you can
with
do it.
that.
You'll be all right.
He do need to fight and close this Dobby situation up because he caused it. But considering the world is broken, I would
What is
probably.
Endeavor gonna do for one? All for one. What is Endeavor gonna do? In the
Nothing.
realistic,
I would,
we
in
have
real
too many
world,
smart
nothing.
people.
Okay, from our point of view, nothing. But I guess in their world, if you're
No,
running,
even in their world, we have too many smart people, right? You have
they still
Eraserhead. You
did it,
have the
though.
cops. You have everyone. There's no way they're like,
But
yeah.
but who is stronger than Endeavor right now?
So I see where you're coming from, Coop. If
He's
if there's-
like
if there's-
logistically.
It's
if
not that
there's-
someone's stronger than
like,
him.
say,
It's just who can best handle what's at store. And they've already said in this last episode, literally word for word, Deku has to put down all for one. They said it in the last episode. So it's not a
Yes.
question of like, oh, maybe Endeavor can do it, whatever. That's not the
But-
question.
I will say this: he can't be the
No.
one to end it, but he is firepower, and if Deku can weaken him, they can burn, they can hurt. Like his whole thing is attack. So I'm saying I agree with you.
I can see
Maybe
from
if if the next 1 to 2 episodes show that, then cool. I'll eat my shirt.
yeah.
I'll be like,
I mean,
cool.
maybe
I'll be
Endeavor
like,
is there
cool.
for whoever All for One has with him.
I'm saying as
He ain't
a
gonna be
parent,
by himself.
as a parent, absolutely, he needs to be there to handle the Dobby situation. But
Oh,
if I'm
yeah.
like a police officer and logistic or the principal,
Yeah, I can
hey,
see the
Endeavor,
general. I can see a general
Y'all
saying,
being
"Look,
too nice. I
I
think he
know this
ducking
is
the
your
smoke.
son, but the bottom line is
he probably
we
ducking it
got
too,
we got these
mentally.
nomus that other people can't handle, and you can. Like
Yeah,
you and maybe
I,
two other people can. So we need y'all
yeah,
three to
he need to
handle
burn them
these
no more.
advanced
sure,
nomus.
sure.
He need to burn
But
them.
I
Don't
also see the
want.
side of him. He should have showed up and been like, told them to get back, been like, son, it's me and you. And they
So
could have
here's my
closed the
question.
episode on
So
that. He could
here's
have been like, son, it's me and you. What you want?
so here's my question. Would y'all rather the final hit against Dobby be Todoroki's or Endeavor's?
Totoroki.
Who do y'all want to finally put down Dobby?
Totoroki. And this,
I'll-
I mean, because
Toto
Todoroki is
with-
I
innocent,
ask it objectively.
and because he's innocent, and he calls out Endeavor's cowardice and wrongness. Because I'm trying to keep it PG every single time. He's like, I'm gonna use you, old man. You gonna make me better. I'm gonna clean up your mess, and I'm gonna show you how to be a real hero. So this is if Todoroki cleans it up, he can either forgive Endeavor and move on, or he can say, you know what, I don't need you anymore. Goodbye, and then still move on. I'm good with either which way. But it's Todoroki's ball. It's in his court, and
I think
he did duck the
Dobby been
smoke.
calling Endeavor hands since the beginning, so I think that's what's going to end up happening.
Yeah.
Endeavor is going to eventually have to face him. That's Endeavor's hill to climb, and that's
it's
what's
gonna be
happen.
his. It should be his hill to die on, because I think
What they
Well,
call it?
when
What
he
they
faced
call it? What they
Dobby,
call it back
he'll
in
die.
Soul Calibur days? In Soul Calibur days, a faded battle.
Yep. Like
You
here's
know what I mean?
there's a moment where Todoroki is looking at Dobby. He says, I'm not standing here because I was told to. I'm standing here because I want to stop you myself. And then Dobby looks back and says, you're just the pawn that dad wants. At that moment, you should have saw a hand on Todoroki on Shoto's shoulder and see that it's Endeavor. Him say,
Sure.
him
But
say,
this-
son,
Sure.
this is my fight, and him stepping up. And
But-
then I think the best outcome we get is him beating down Dobby, but dying in the process. And in that beatdown, realizing, oh, my father really loved me, blah, blah, blah. And then the two sons can
Dobby-
reconcile.
I'm going
Yeah,
to disagree with that.
Dobby and Endeavor have to fight again. There's
I
just
think
no
they
way
should
there's
fight,
not.
but I don't
They
think it
have
should
to
have
fight
happened
again.
like how you just said. And the reason why I disagree that because I think Endeavor haven't made enough of a change yet to get that to deserve that. Because I don't think he can
I don't
beat
think
Dobby.
he ever will.
Well, no,
Yeah.
no, he's not supposed to beat Dobby.
Endeavor
I'm
is
saying-
a
His
cold man.
death
When
is
people
what triggers Dobby, similar to Han Solo's death triggering Kylo Ren. I know people don't like
Yeah,
those three
nah,
movies.
I-
I got my issues with
I
that.
don't
too.
think
but
Dobby's-
that was a sucker.
I don't think Dobby comes back. Dobby's going to just
because
be. I think he's got
remember
to
when
be
Kylo
defeated.
Ren did that, Snoke said that he was like, "I killed my father," and Snoke was like, "Yes," and the deed split your soul in two. Like that kind of moment, being like, "Oh snap!" Now
Bruh, I'm gonna be
he
honest.
don't know, and then Todoroki comes in, and they have their reconciliation where it's
Mike,
still
I'm gonna be
rocky.
honest, bro.
but-
I gave up on Star Wars after they messed up with Finn. I
I'm
don't know what
using
you're talking
an
about.
example. I'm not saying
lost.
I'm using an example. So
Yeah, it was the way they chose was whack sauce. So I
gave up after the first movie, so I'm lost on that reference.
Yeah.
but I'm just giving an example. I think I explained the reference enough so you guys know that his soul, his spirit,
I
his
get
resolve
you.
would be
I get
split
you.
after
I just-
killing his father. And his
it-
father actually dying, to be a hero, trying to be a hero, trying to stand up
Personally,
and take the pain that was meant for the other
you know
people,
what I'm
like
cool
his
with?
sidekicks that were there, and also
You know
dying
what?
for his quote sins.
I'll be
And
honest.
then
with
the sons reconcile.
I know where
They
cool
can have-
going. I'm cool with it too. I'm
They
cool with
can
them
have
mutually assured
if All
destruction.
for One want to pack him up right now to show how much of a punk he is and fade him out. I'm cool with it. Todoroki don't need him. Get him out of here.
That was worse than I
Pack
said.
him up.
I just
Pack him
said
up.
mutually assured destruction
He
between
means
him and
nothing.
Dobby.
He's so inconsequential that Dobby, he don't even deserve to be murdered by Dobby.
Dang.
He is nothing.
Dang, cool.
But here's
How
the
you
thing:
really feel,
if
though?
Dobby doesn't, if he's gone, Dobby really doesn't have.
He gonna go crazy.
He,
And Todoroki got to
really
clean it
doesn't
up.
have much of a like thematic presence if he's not here. Because
he's
his
gonna burn
whole
everything.
entrance, his whole revelation was like, oh snap, because he's Endeavor's son. Like
Right.
if Endeavor dies and he doesn't kill him, I mean, you could run it. You could run another fade where All for One kills kind of like Solo's Endeavor mad easy, and then Dobby being like, hey, that was my kill and I got an issue with you, where you have like
And he gonna get packed up too.
but I mean you could throw something, a monkey wrench in that way where it's just slightly different.
You know what's gonna happen if Endeavor dies before he get there? It's gonna be like Joker out the Batman. He's gonna just go insane until his fire has to burn out, and Todoroki got to extinguish him. Unfortunately, this is Todoroki's problem at his doorstep, and he chose to take the hero's route, the hard route, unlike Endeavor. So I don't mind the dichotomy of it, because Endeavor caused this problem, and his sons have to kill each other. That shows you he's already a loser.
But that's what I'm saying. This is the best way that I see them writing him out thematically is for him to, i.e., sort of die for those sins of like pitting his sons against each other, even if indirectly. You know what I'm saying? And then you know you
That's
have
the only redemption Coop gonna accept for him.
No,
His
I
death-
accept this. All for One is practically the boogeyman, the devil. He kills Endeavor on his dying bed. He said, "Look at you, look at you."
Coop, that's not redemption, man.
I don't
Cut it
care
out.
about his redemption. Kill him.
I was saying the only redemption
I don't need a
you would
redemption.
accept, and right, okay.
I want him punished
My
and
bad,
tortured.
Coop.
I don't
Correct.
accept no redemption for him, so I don't need a redemption.
I'm gonna just say it simply. I'm tired of redemption and shonen. Period.
Let him die. Let him die.
We done. It's gotta go.
Oh, hey, I'm tired of redemption too. So
Yep, we
hey,
done.
I know
Ain't no redemption.
a couple cats
there ain't no redemption.
who get ghosts.
No, just let him go. He has all. No matter, there is no redemption when your two sons are dangerously trying to murder each other, and one
Listen,
has been a terrorist. No redemption.
Naruto ran redemption into the ground. Ain't nobody getting redeemed. Furthermore, no more. We
And
done.
Orochimaru shouldn't even been no possible.
Even
still
when
mad at
you
them for that one.
died, even when you died and lost in Naruto, you got redemption.
And bring you back.
Harura, Madara, everyone has some glimpse.
Even
And,
Itachi.
and even in America media,
Uh,
anti-heroes and we got a humanized villain. I'm done. Just be bad.
just
You
be
bad,
evil.
you bad.
I'm sorry,
I will
Tanjiro.
agree.
You evil,
I've said
you
this
evil.
about
I'm
I've
done.
said this about the
Tanjiro-
new
Tanjiro
Star Wars
said it.
series. I hope that the Sith that they reveal is just evil. I don't need to realize why. Just let them be bad. Like the Emperor was just bad.
Yeah,
All right,
thank
he-
You know what?
This
Yeah,
is why I
Tanjiro-
don't vibe with Tanjiro. Tanjiro is always empathizing. I'm like, nah, son. It's a demon.
All right, hey,
He done
guys.
died.
said, nah,
He
son,
still-
that's a
he
demon.
still-
The son was
to
trying
be
to
fair,
borrow, dog.
Tanjiro be,
but the
he still
same
kill him,
time,
though.
kill him.
Hey,
Still kill him.
look,
We done.
that's what I was about to say.
You still kill
Tanjiro be
him.
like, look, I forgive you, but you
Look.
still got to go to hell.
What was the word?
Meanwhile, what's the name of that song? Oh, baby, let the light shine down. I'm like, burn them.
This is
Let
what
them go.
Tanjiro will straight cut your head off and
What
then
is
cry over you.
The move, the blessing of the
We
cursed
ain't doing it
rain.
no more.
He chopped her neck off beautifully with gentle rain. She like, I didn't even feel it. Ah!
Yep. Yep.
I
Be
was like,
gone.
that is the
Be outta here.
sweetest.
Get
Aw.
gone, Dark.
Decapitation.
Be gone. You done.
Yeah,
You're
but
done.
but baby, you gotta go.
Sweetest decapitation ever.
May God.
You're
I'm
done.
so
Look,
I'm so sorry you went through what you went through, but you gotta die.
Look,
You're
Naruto.
done.
as I send you back to
Clock,
hell.
No,
clock
Like-
out.
like how Naruto say it. I love when Mike say this. How Naruto be like
But where
when Naruto we try to save people, just be good.
oh yeah. Just be good, man. Yeah, just be good.
And we'll forgive you.
And they
we'll
be
give
like-
you
They be like, yeah, I should just be good.
and we're gonna give you a position in the village.
Reminds me of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Mind your business, I just mind your business.
Not only did you
Mind
get,
your business.
not only will we not arrest you, we gonna give you a position. Help run the Leaf Village.
No.
Man.
Naruto was the worst. Naruto was like, everyone with these war crimes, y'all good.
The whole village.
Yo,
Sasuke
man.
became CIA. Orochimaru had like a
Lab.
whatever a mom,
Yo.
a happy mom and dad.
They had some dope fight scenes, bro. I'll give you that.
Kankuro was like ran an orphanage. I was like, what is happening?
I can't even get mad at the Stone Village for making like clone warriors of the last Hokage. He's like, I'm tired of you
evil
all.
for real. Apparently, no one evil for real, but they were evil for real. And they did.
Well, hold up.
Things.
Well, that was Baruto. Sorry.
All right,
he had to make them clones of himself.
Orochimaru, he didn't get redemption, did he? I think Orochimaru and
his redemption
Danzo,
was basically was chaotic neutral. He was kind of like, I won't mess this up for y'all.
They didn't kill him. He got to make a new body that lasts and become younger, and he became a parent.
But Suri is a whole like protagonist. Like he bequeathed and cloned a whole child, and is the parent of that child, and also got younger. So, which we all know how Orochimaru works. That means that dude took a whole nother body.
They let him take some bodies and
Orochimaru
make a
took a
good
whole
clone.
body.
He definitely kidnapped some kid or something.
Everyone was like, "Oh, your face cream is wonderful."
Or it might be like Kabuto, where he's like some kind of true believer, where he wants to be like.
Kabuto runs an orphanage now for his war crimes. He runs an orphanage. They're like, give him the kids. They're like, it's fine.
You should definitely not give him the kids.
No, they gave him the kids. They gave him the kids. Not at all. They gave him the they gave him the kids.
Who were kidnapping, they let me a parent and watch kids.
Nope. Look it up. Look it up.
Dang.
They gave him the kids.
Cause see, I ain't gonna front. The end of that show is a blur in the war of it all. I just remember like dope fight scenes. Excuse me, fight scenes, and then Sasuke was in the CIA, and that was pretty much it.
Well, this bleeds into Boruto as well.
Unless a victim dies, unless a villain dies for real, they good in the future stories. Like they're like Yuko. Like unless they like die, like like Haku or Zabuza, whatever. Like unless they're like who passed away,
got his hands on you, good. You dead.
Oh yeah, Kakashi.
Pain died. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, there's villains who died, but like the ones that were like chaotic, like Orochimaru, Kabuto, Sasuke, who was a straight up villain. This is what it is. They're just like.
Yeah, he was a villain for like half of the show. Like
he was a villain.
He had plans to take the village down. Like he was a villain.
Sasuke was a villain ever since he got kidnapped by the Sound Five and left. That's what he's villain.
You know what? You're right. So more than half of the show, he was a villain for like 70%.
Sasuke was a villain until he realized how the Uchiha was done, and that the Uchiha had that big giant chest to explain how the things was. And then that's when he decided, oh well, instead of being a war crime villain, I'm gonna be Hokage. That's literally he was like,
I'm gonna be a terrorist.
instead of being a terrorist, I'm gonna be president. Like that's hilarious.
I guess that's a better choice to make. I don't know.
I'm gonna be
he opened his chest and was like, you know what? Maybe I should not be wreaking havoc. Maybe I should just run it. Like that's literally what he did. It was like not great,
hilarious.
But
oh man,
yeah. And they were just like, nah, you can be CIA instead.
Let some people die, because it don't make no sense in Naruto. It don't. It just
he literally opened. It was a cool moment in the anime and manga to like see like Sasuke realize how the Uchiha was like treated, whatever. But his resolution is like, you know what? I'm gonna be Hokage. It was like, no, you're not going to be Hokage, bro. Like that's not the end all to this.
And then Naruto will be like, why not? Why? Just
like you'll be
that very last battle, which was a really dope battle, and of course it's symbolic for their friendship in the battle. It's a dope battle, but the actual on paper battle, they're both like, we should both be Hokage. Spoiler alert: neither one of them are Hokage because Kakashi becomes Hokage. Yep. They both lose their arms, and then Naruto has to go back to school. And then B, Sasuke has to go atone for his crimes. So he's a war espionage villain.
Oh
He's
yeah,
a
because
whole-
he was out there criming for a minute.
Bro, he was a world terrorist. He tried to blow up the world to the very end.
Neither, and I do like Naruto in the sense there's like,
Yeah.
no, y'all can't be Hokage. They're like people thought that Naruto would end with Naruto being Hokage, and they're very much just like, no, Naruto on paper is still a Genin. Like, we cannot do this. We cannot by the bureaucracy of the Republic of the village hidden in the leaves. You cannot be Hokage. Take your butt back to school. So you can go get your GED. You got to run it all back.
So you got to go to ICDC college.
You can't. You cannot be Hokage.
Yeah, nah, problem.
Oh boy! All right, look, I'm gonna throw it to Mark Dub. Mark Dub, hit us with some final thoughts on where they can find you.
I mean, yo, we have no time for the slay of demons.
Nah, we already an hour in. I ain't gonna hold y'all all day.
They moved. Hey, Mark Dub. They moved to Boulder. The end.
Oh, hold up. Don't
I
do
mean,
this.
It's a whole training montage.
She's not wrong. She's not. I mean, can we knock it out? We can knock it out in 5 because it's not a difference.
No. There's not much to say.
Wow.
They moved the rock. The end.
Jeez.
That was literally it.
I know, but it was fun.
Not only did he move a rock, he had to be told to move the rock.
I'll say this: she's not wrong.
Someone had to show up and say, "Move the rock," different than how you moved the rock before.
Watch it. Us explaining this episode is better to watch it, y'all.
Thanks.
We're missing.
I love Demon Slayer.
But I loved it.
We're missing a whole lot in that move the rock thing. But I'll let this slide because we got time.
We're not.
She's not wrong. You had to figure out how to open up.
No, listen. I'm gonna break it down very quickly. He couldn't move the rock. Plot device shows up. Ginyu, whatever his name is, showed up and was like, "Hey, maybe move the rock differently from how you've been trying to move it." And then he moved the rock. That was the episode.
Rapid movements.
So Tanjiro could. That was the episode.
That food, that onigiri did look kind of good, man. Shout out to
that was the whole
onigiri 225 if you're listening.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Hey, that miso flavored rice look pretty good, man.
And some people almost drowned.
And also he can cook.
In training, some scrubs realized they can't cut it, and they went back to like, we just gonna support y'all.
They look like jasmine rice,
which wasn't worth nothing because they were NPCs because they all had black hair.
It looked very, very aromatic.
When you got black hair in the anime and you ain't got no earrings, you ain't got no mask, you ain't got no colored hair, you ain't got no mark, you ain't got no what they cover, what they call the things they wear, like Tanjiro wear his green thing sometimes, and boys Zetsu got the blonde one
cloak or something like that.
Yeah, the rest of them ain't got no cloaks.
I call them Ghostface Killer Robes.
The Stone Hashira got a cloak, so he cool. So you got a cloak, you cool, man. If you just an NPC, go back home to your village and wait for instructions. Y'all ain't even got no cool haircuts, man.
Oh man,
Tanjiro told them guys, y'all look just as important. Y'all look just as important. Y'all go and support us. Thanks for all that you do.
One thing though, the Muzan appearance and the whatever her name is, lady number. I don't know if she's number 4.
Number 4.
Lord, is she
out
upper?
Her eyes. She's looking for
Nezuko and Nil.
Nezuko and Ubayasha, I think.
Found 60% of the
demon
slayers.
Like that is not good.
If there ain't nothing about Muzan, he gonna stay seated, baby. He gonna stay with it. He keeps that thing on him.
He gotta reserve that energy.
I mean, and Ashley furniture.
That boy love his furniture. He like, now he with a whole pocket
that man be up at Hanes all the time,
And he got a whole
seated, son.
A whole suit, nice clothes and a nice seat.
You gotta dress for the job you want. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna love the way you look.
He always look like he about to be the smoothest criminal.
He's a smooth criminal. Love to see Michael Jackson
with that his hair lotion. Is kind of juicy.
He get that pink lotion. He get that pink lotion in.
That pink oil moisturizer.
He moisturized. He got his leg kicked up.
So
That
I
boy
got
cool.
one quick
I will
question.
give him that. He's the coolest villain I've seen in a minute. He's smooth. He ain't sweating till he
Quick
gonna have to
question.
sweat. And
Right.
I can't
He
wait to
look
see it.
he
I
looked
don't
like he about to
read.
start singing Pretty Lady with the high
I
heels
don't
on.
read the story. Do you think 60% of them dudes gonna get murdered? Like, are they just gonna take out the force?
I mean, let's be clear. We've seen people in the Hashira training and they ain't hacking it, which, I mean, neither here nor there.
I mean,
So if they found
that would be awesome to
60% of
do
demon
this.
slayers, they ain't gonna hack it anyway.
They
So you
show
might as
late.
well wipe them.
They gonna
Because
hack.
this
They ain't main
episode does
characters.
allude to like the destruction of the Demon Slayer core, and that's
Yeah, the
awesome.
core.
Or the Demon core. Like,
Sure.
that's
Absolutely.
awesome. Like, imagine 60%, even if they're like the smaller guys, still, I'm sure they take care of like smaller demons in like little towns and towns and
Yeah.
villages.
I
Yeah.
mean,
You know,
the
they
reason we
intimated
are
that.
even counting the Hashira versus the upper and lower demons, because keep in mind them lower demons, we a few seasons in, these lower demons are nothing to frown upon, and we did
Nah.
not wipe out all of them, right? You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
So I'm like, and we're watching the Hashira training arc, and people are not cut out to be Hashira, which makes sense. Like the numbers, do the math.
And I
Like
mean,
if you do the
I know
math,
animes don't work like this, but honestly, since we're still outnumbered by lower and upper demons, this training would have been a great opportunity to introduce one or two more, like, you know,
can
Genya
I
or Tanjiro level people, where it's like, because
can,
Yeah.
bruh, y'all
But they
outnumbered.
kind of did.
Can I please have one issue that I had with this particular training,
All
with
right.
this particular Hashira, is that like you have Genya show up and he basically tells Tanjiro what he needs to do. Like he's like, you need to use this method, whatever. Which plot device. But also I'm like, listen, we are at the end of the world and you gonna be vague about what they need to do? They should have told Tanjiro and them what they need to do off the top. Like, hey,
To be
you're
fair,
breathing different. You need to do this. This is how we operate because you need your physical
can I say
strength.
this though?
It's like what?
He did a better job than Win when Win was just beating them up like, I don't like you scrubs.
Also that I'm like, why
Win
are
just
y'all
like
over
just
here
killing
being
them.
like, oh,
Win,
this is the Heshier, blah blah blah? I was like, nah, be like, no, this is shortcut. We need to go. We need
like
numbers. Let's go. Let's
Win
Hey,
go,
ain't
dog.
traded nobody.
I'd be
Yeah,
calling I'd be
come
calling
get it.
HR on him. I'd be
Win is
like,
out.
nah,
I
he
gotta
is
get my
not
mark.
training me. He keep hitting me.
He ain't doing nothing for them
Dude
dudes.
was like, hey, your mark gets darker when you do this. So how about you do like this is how I move the rock, so you do the rock. I'm like, oh, you say dude over here crying for his enemies in the corner. I was like, nah, you should have went and told him that. We are
Hey, at
at
least he
war.
said, I'm not gonna put
We are
y'all
at
in the
war.
fire.
Yo,
I ain't gonna burn
I
you.
love how my man said, he said these simple things. I'm like, what?
That's all you gotta do is just 3. But can you do them though?
To stand under that waterfall for 2 hours straight in
Oh
a
my
horse
God.
stance, bruh. It, like,
And
And
that's
it's
the
so
it's
minimum.
simple. But
and it's
yeah, as far as them being outnumbered, it would be a great opportunity to bring in like two more characters where it's like they're from the the down south chapter of Demon Slayers or something.
Mike,
Because
it looked like they about to let number 4 thin their ranks. And then make it even
technically
more daunting.
they do
yeah,
have one. Murata is like one of the stronger guys, the guy who could survive the water. I mean, he probably ain't gonna be nothing, but he is a named character. He was one of the first people who admitted he got promoted. So he came back. So Murata is kind of alright, but
yeah, but I mean, we need some more, like Tanjiro level people, Tanjiro
well, the butterfly
Zenitsu
girl is
level
coming.
people.
She's coming eventually, so she's there too.
Okay,
She just
cool.
don't talk much and she don't pop up, but she's powerful.
All
But
right, word.
she probably got to do something with that whole sub story whenever they get to her and the demon, because she did say, remember, I want you. This is how you kill this particular demon, and they didn't go back to that yet. So I'm sure now what they have said, what we know, and this ain't no spoilers, but they said the next 2 episodes are going to be extra longer, so it's going to be more time spent on like I think it's only 2 or 3 more episodes, and that's it. And this season is done, so it's going to be extra long episodes. So movie-esque.
Yeah,
So
because how many episodes does the season have? What, 10?
it's like
Or
no more than 10.
so yeah, we got 4 episodes left if it's gonna be 10.
So
So
So yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he about to make his move quick because he was like, look, he was like, Ubayasha or whatever. He was like, what you look like, girl? He was like, because once I see what you look like, I'm coming in for the kill.
well, that's the dude, man. I think the dude. I think
Oh, I thought
is that the
Ubayasha
dude?
was the doctor, the lady.
No, that's I forgot her name, but Uyasha is the family of the the one he
Okay,
was
okay,
trying to
cool.
find because he can't find them. Remember they have his house closed where
Ah,
he could never find them because he
true,
Yeah,
would have
true
been
that.
killed
he's
them.
looking for the teacher. He's the leader of the demon slayers.
Yeah, because he knows.
He's down bad. And I feel like his
Oh, so he's
sickness.
looking for the master right now.
Yeah, he want to go
Yeah,
ahead and crush their spirit, even though he's kind of really near death anyway.
yeah, he's already near it, but he want to go ahead and put him down.
Yeah, so
Which kind of hurt my feelings because since he's called the master and he's over, I was expecting to see like a dope scene with him, like, displaying some skills, but I guess we ain't ever gonna see that.
bro, he's barely been able to walk since the whole series. That dude got
But
worse and
bruh,
worse.
look at them old kung fu movies. The old dude will always be moving slow into that last
Yeah,
fight scene,
but
and then he
they
got
have a
nice on you.
virus spread across their body. Every time you saw him, he
Right,
got worse.
like
True
I
that.
feel like whatever that virus is something that Muzan wants
Yeah.
to come up
He
with.
poison. Like he's dying slowly. I mean, cause they had to carry him each time, and even though I guess Stone is supposed to be blind, he ain't dealing with his blindness like Stone. Stone is just like, look, I'm blind, but I'm strong out
He's
here.
like, I'm blind, but I'm good. You know what
I
I'm saying?
will crush your
lifting up
bones.
boulders. I be lifting up boulders, standing
I
on
look-
fire and stuff.
Favorite moment is Zenetsu like, you believe everything you hear? Then he come, yes, hey, how's it going? Pushing boulder. That was it. It was like, okay, so he is the strongest. All right, cool.
I'm sorry, y'all. I got us a whole review out of that question. That's my bad.
Hey,
All right, look.
it
All right,
worked.
I'm gonna throw it to Mark Dub. Final thoughts. Where can they
My
find you?
final thoughts. Look, there's a whole lot more that's going on that's still good. I'm loving Viral Hit. I'm loving Superman. I'm loving Kaiju number 8. My favorite thing that I'm watching right now, probably.
Yes, sir.
New thing. Windbreaker is still good and silly somewhat. Go
Man.
Loser Ranger is getting so much better as we go. Like, man, there's a lot of good stuff on, so keep watching, y'all. I'm Mark Dub on IG. I'm Mark Dub 44 on Twitter. I'm Mark Wallace in real life. I'm in these streets. I'm doing stand up and everything. Catch me.
A word. All right. Coop. Final thoughts. Where can they find you?
Final thoughts. Viral Hit is good time. Watch it. Loser Ranger though, like I said, it is. It's some still humor in it, but a lot of these shows this season, it took a little bit longer than the 3-episode thing, but it's been worth it. I'm speaking of it. Loser Ranger, Kaiju 8, absolute great things, but Kaiju 8 I think is ascending to that next level. It has gotten great praise.
Yes.
He's now been revealed as Kaiju number 8. Y'all gonna see where this go. It's gonna get way more violent, way more intense. If the last couple episodes were intense for you, more is to come. I promise you. I'm telling you, more intensity is coming. Y'all gonna see how it works out for Kafka. A lot going on.
More intensity for Kafka.
They beat number 9. Go watch it since we're not go deep into it. But man, Kaiju ain't playing fair. They really are trying to kill them. They're trying to wipe them off the defense team off the face of the map. But yeah, that Windbreaker's just gonna be Windbreaker. I gotta say, sometimes y'all, I tell Mark this. Some anime, turn your brain off, dog. Don't worry about that story. Throw it out. It's cool. It's okay. That's all you gonna get with Windbreaker's just gonna be dumb fun for a bunch of dude bros beating the crap out of each other. That's it. Don't worry about school. Don't worry about if they make sense. Just know if they're good.
It's like, why do they attend? Like, who's the teacher?
Fight.
Where's the principal? Where's the
Mike,
administrator? What?
These are the questions I was asking Coop, and
Don't
Coop was like,
ask them.
look, stop.
Yo, the
Stop.
same questions.
He was
It's
like,
similar
look,
questions
I-
that I be asking about Paw Patrol.
You
So it's
cannot
like,
ask them
Coop was like,
questions
I
for
don't want
Windbreaker.
you. He's like, I don't want you to get caught up on things that are
This
unimportant. Turn
this is
that
one
part
of
of your
the.
brain off.
This is an
Just
anime.
enjoy these fights. They throwing
Don't
hands, and they good people that throw hands occasionally to solve
don't ask those
issues.
questions. They're gonna vaguely talk about them in their feelings in flashbacks and these old looking teenagers, and that's it. Is think of it as like the Outsiders, when Patrick Swayze and them was beating each other up in cool Japanese style. Wasn't no parents around, or their parents were garbage. And do we really need to see a bunch of alcoholic, drunken, non-existent parents? Good job, Japan. Throw them away. Just fight. But
You
it's
said
video game.
non-existent parents.
But so what much going on? You just got to meet new characters in Windbreaker. They're gonna show up with different hairstyles. The crazy the hair, like you say, if you got like Ninja say, if you got good looking hair, colored hair, you're gonna stay in the series, my friend. People are gonna get to know you. They're gonna cosplay as you, and you matter, and you're gonna be
That
important.
is hilarious, and I know it is real. That is great.
Because I'm telling you now,
Hey,
Sue,
fresh blowouts,
look,
fresh color and blowouts.
you got the
Get you a
afro headed
smooth-
dude.
Get you a smooth extra couple of episodes for sure.
Suo is already going to be, I think, a favorite among. I think a lot of ladies are going to just like Suo and the pink hair dude. He's already like Suo is already going to be popular. Like he's dope. He can fight. He got the personality. He got a cool looking eye patch with dangly earrings. He's a pretty boy who can fight. So when has that not been popular in anime? So I've been like I said, I'm enjoying this season. I've had a good time. My hero, Superman. They got rid of General Lang. Good job. That's what all I wanted. Lois is still getting on my nerves a little bit this season. Ain't quite. It's good, but I'm not gonna lie. Ain't quite there yet, but it's getting there. But
I love
like
this episode. I ain't gonna front.
I did. I still like them clock watching Jimmy. The man bought ice cream. They talking about 300. What are you doing? 300? Like he just spent $300. Why is his pockets going down?
Where's this ice from? Antarctica? Like where's?
I'm just like, go ahead, make him broke. Go ahead, get it out the way. Just look, y'all gonna be like, oh, I'm broke again. I gotta go back to work. We get it. We know it's coming. God, it's so stupid. I get it. It's funny, but it ain't funny.
They need a joke, but I get it.
I get it. He's a sidekick. But y'all, if you're in Jackson, Mississippi this weekend, if this is out by then, catch me June 22nd on my birthday, and June 22nd, and spend some money with me at Table B2. Me and Ground Nova will be at the Mississippi Comic Con. It's gonna be a packed house, y'all. Be safe, mask up if you got to. Your boy is taking some precautions this year. Trying to do things the right way. I got some new stuff, got some new books. We're gonna have some, of course, art as well. So please come with a good attitude. Don't block my table if you hear this, because them tables cost when you're vending. Now you can go block the table, the people who table. Please go block their table. Go bother them. Vending requires spending. Ha! New slogan.
Oh boy.
But anyway, I'm Keith Cooper. Follow me on Facebook. Of course, go to the Blurtish Facebook page. Go to the link tree. Sale all month for both of the stores. Get you some hotness for the summer and beyond. T-shirts, tank tops, dad hats. Now you can get you hats of your fandom. So you can get you many different accessories from stickers and all that. And of course, our third-party store. Get you some mainstream comics, and of course you can get some indie books and manga with me in the flesh. So follow me, check me out, blurred.is on IG. Follow me.
What up? And Kunoichi of the Year, Ninja. Tell them give them some final thoughts. Where can they find you at? You know what I'm saying?
At several years running under the moniker Kunoichi of the Year, it's bequeathed to me from my esteemed colleagues.
That's right.
I apologize once again for breaking a commandment and skipping and watching. But I skipped and watched. I watched and I skipped. I don't regret it.
You ain't missed nothing.
But I guess I apologize. Is this not how people apologize these days? Yeah, a non-apology. But that being said, I am Ninja Sama Cosplay on Facebook, Instagram, Zeta, and wherever fine books are sold. I've mentioned it a few times before. One of the attractions I'm waiting for in the next few weeks in July, Tower of God season 2. I'm ready to see it. I want to see some good anime man while justice. But other than that, we'll continue moving how we
Oh,
moving. Thanks for
real quick,
having me.
real quick
What?
question.
What?
How
What?
how was MomoCon? How was MomoCon?
MomoCon was great. It was in a bigger venue. I have not been for a few years because COVID and I had moved and whatnot. And they acknowledged it wasn't just me. The issues they had with the venue being bigger and the walk and all that. They're gonna do some logistical things to make it better.
All right.
So y'all can go to Facebook and look up to that. I'm not an official spokesperson, but it was dope. It was fun, but they have some adjustments that need to be made because as it stands, I prefer the old MomoCon because of where it was situated in the Congress Center versus now, but they said they're working on it, so we'll see. Um I will probably make an appearance at Dragon Con. We will see. And then, of course, AWA, I think this year's in December. They are changing months like every year right
I
now.
don't
So
even
we
know
will
what they
see.
doing, what they thinking
Yeah.
with that one.
Yeah. And neither here nor there. But all that being said, watching what I'm watching all the live action stuff to trying to stay up to date with the boys and all that, blah, blah, blah. I heard Coop, shout out to Superman, animated show. I dropped it last year. Don't plan on picking it up, but
Oh
I
wow.
do have to shout out the character design of Power Girl because I'm a Power Girl cosplayer. I'm an Android 18 cosplayer. I get it. I get why we have arrived there. So, if you are watching that, continue to. If that's your thing, that's fine. So I dig it. But thanks for having me and good night.
All right, what up? What up? Final thoughts from me, man. Look, there's tons of cool shows to watch. The quick big up I'll give is to Suge-chan. He was in Windbreaker this week and straight suplexed the dude on the concrete. So yeah, he definitely be hurting folks up. He also hit somebody with a Russian sickle. So shouts out to some wrestling vibes in this show too. They're making sure you're getting all kinds of
All
different
the
fight
martial
styles.
arts, huh? All of them.
Man, he hit him with a full super. I was like, good God. But I was like, in real life, that kid's dead. But yo, like in real life, that kid's dead. But
When that
anyway,
neck broken, he's like, ah, ah. I was like,
oh, they're definitely arresting you for doing that move in real life. But anyway, NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Love all y'all. Y'all watch some cool anime. And until the next time, make sure that you do not, in any way, shape, or form, try to compete with a super powered being in a dating show. And that's just saying, peace.